What's up, everybody on YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine, doing awesome actually. Today, welcome back to another Blondskunk's building world. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be a fun one because we're actually going to be working on the castle itself and working on King's Tower. Now, as I said in the last episode, we were going to be working on this, and it's going to be really cool and really awesome because this is actually going to be a clock tower. For those of you that don't know, this is going to be a clock tower, and it's going to look over all of the kingdom. It's going to be one of the tallest points in the kingdom, and it's going to be a nice little feature towards the castle. So we're going to have this big bridge going across to King's Tower. We actually, in the last episode, we added a little bit of an addition to the castle. So another section to it, which I think adds a lot and makes the castle a little bit more fuller. We might do this in more spots around the castle. Instead of it just being flat walls over here, we might add some more buildings and things that, if we can think of some more buildings, we can add them in later on, which I think would be pretty cool to do. So I haven't really done much off-camera work because I've been super busy. I've been on vacation. I've been camping. Oh my goodness. I've been just other projects going on. There's just so much going on. I haven't even got a chance to talk to anybody on Discord. I am just a mess. I'm just a mess. But, we're moving along. We're doing things. We're building up the kingdom. It's a slow process. It feels very slow, but, for the most part, I'm enjoying every second of it. And I think you guys are enjoying it as well. So thank you for all the support on this series and all my other series on the channel. So I really do appreciate it. Again, in the last episode, we also worked on this medium district house, so the middle class house. So for those who don't know, we have three classes of houses. So the poor house, the middle class house, well, I guess low class, medium class, and high class. Rich in the middle, and then poor and all that good stuff. So and that's just so that, everybody can kind of live in the kingdom and work for different jobs and everything. So the medium class houses, they're like the guys that work at the harbor and all that stuff. The rich district, they work over at the castle, so you can see they're more surrounded by the castle area. And then the poor district over where the where all the slummy area is going to be. It's going to be close quarters, everything like that. So that's how that's going to be laid out over there. This is the rich house, which I actually really like this house. I'm a pretty big fan of it. I like how it turned out. I like the chimney. I like how much detail this build has, and I think it turned out really, really nice. So, and I also really like the style that we're going for here. But I'm gonna grab some materials because we're gonna work on King's Tower. All right, so the first thing I want to work on here is actually putting a roof on the King's Tower, because I feel like this is kind of the tricky part, and I want to tackle the tricky part right off the bat here. So basically how the roofs go, and I'm already forgetting how the roofs go, kind of. I think they go like this. So basically how these roofs go is just sort of coming out by one like this. We build some wool out, and then we build out one set of wool like this. So we don't put the border on just yet. And maybe for this build, it might be a little bit more. And then we go with the blue concrete and put in this on. I actually just want to see how this shape looks, because I don't want to go too crazy with building the whole roof. I just want to see how this triangle looks from a distance. And I think that's okay. I think that works. Yeah, I just want to see from down here, especially. That's where we're going to mainly see it from. Yeah, I think that's going to work really well. Let's see how it looks from the gate area. Yeah, that works. So what I'm looking for here is just looking for this shape. How is this roof going to go? Now I could add, the one thing I am seeing is I could add that little top bit just to add a little bit of flair, because I know we did it on the castle, just like that. It goes up 2 blocks. So that might look a little bit better if we did it on the actual place itself here. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think something is throwing it off, though, and I'm not sure what it is. It might be this 3 blocks down here. So it could be that. I could need to bring it in a little bit. Like that. Now that kind of looks a little bit better. Not really, though. I think it's just the 3 blocks is just throwing it off. I mean, what I could do is I could bring it up by 1, which is not hard. All I have to do is do this. Did I do it over at the castle? Hold on, let me see how this castle roof looks. If the castle roof is like this, we probably want to keep it the same. Okay, so you can see here I went up 3 blocks all in all. And then end it with a 2. Okay. Alright, so we might have to change it up to be equal like that. Alright, so I worked out the roof. I went ahead and just did that because it was a little bit more tricky than I thought it was going to be. So what I did instead was I created a 3 block, well, I guess a 3 block roof going all the way up, and then meeting at a 2 block point there. And yeah, I just added a little bit of polished andesite. I'm doing this kind of a little bit of a cool thing with polished andesite as like a border, an alternative to stone brick, which I think looks pretty cool. And I might start doing this more all around the castle because I really like the way that looks as a border. It's sort of this grid-like pattern. It's a nice alternative to the stone brick, and when you stand back, it kind of works pretty well, doesn't it? I think that looks really nice. That's just that shape. And what I'm doing is I'm adding stone brick stairs underneath the polished andesite to make it have a little bit more shape, I guess, is what it would be. So if we go down here, take a look at it, you can see it's a very nice, I guess, arch or just triangle shape. And it kind of just blends when you're down here and works really, really well. And I think that's the roof I want to go with. So it took a little bit of time to kind of figure out, but for the most part, works out pretty good. I like it. But yeah, I'm going to start working on the clock face now. But as I work on the clock face, I want to talk about something I've been doing as of late and that I really like, or that I really like to do. And that is to write down my video ideas in a journal. Now, I did tweet about this. I said, I am now going to write my video ideas down in a journal, and I'm going to keep them in there and just pull them out whenever I need one. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And it's been working out pretty well. I was going to say, I highly recommend anybody who does YouTube that is watching this video, you do not have a video ideas book, you are messing up big time. I didn't have one before, and man, I don't know what I would do without a video idea book. Now, it might sound a little bit silly at first. You know, Skunk, why do you need a video idea book? Like, what is the point of that? What is it? Well, the whole point of it, it's like, can't you just think of videos on the spot? Well, it's hard. It's hard, you know, and sometimes when you are trying to come up with video ideas, or maybe you are, you know, stuck in a rut, you know, you can't really think of anything, or you got some sort of like video writer's block or video block, like writer's block, right, for authors and stuff like that. But it's been working out for me. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a great idea, and I just wanted to share the idea with you guys because, you know, I am able to just pull out an idea out of this book and just go with it, right? And I think this could work for a lot of people, you know, depending on, it doesn't matter what channel you have, you could just write down ideas. Now, the other alternative could be, you know, go into a Google Docs or whatever and do it that way, which would work too. That would be fine too. But I find when I write things down, like actually physically writing them down, there's something physical about it. It's like physically and then mentally remembering it, right? It's like, you know, you wrote that down, whereas typing, yeah, you kind of, you know, you can write it down, you know, you got it. It's the more modern way of doing it, I would say. But for the most part, I really just like writing it down, which I think works out pretty well for me. But you guys might have a different method of going about it, you know, and that's perfectly fine. You know, you could do any way. You can do it any way you want. I am just recommending getting a journal, writing things down in your journal, and that way you physically and mentally remember it, because I find that is the best way to do it, to make things happen, make videos happen. And it works out fairly nice for me. So yeah, that's just one thing I've been doing as of late with many of the other things I've been doing. I've been doing it for a couple weeks now, and yeah, it's been working out pretty good for me. So I highly recommend, if you guys are doing YouTube, do this. It'll help you. It will. Trust me. Because I didn't do it before, and now I'm very happy that I've done it. So give it a shot. And let me know if you guys. Hey, let me know if you guys do it already. And you know that this works out for you. This is a thing that works, and yeah, just let me know. Give me some feedback, and if you do try it, let me know as well. Let me know your thoughts, because I think it works out pretty good once you get in a rhythm of actually making content with these video ideas. Now, I'm not saying you have to do all these video ideas that you write down and whatnot, because I surely don't. It's just to get an idea, right? It's just to get an idea of maybe what you want to do, or you can just have ideas there as backup. That always works as well. I love it. So that's just one thing I like to do. And, again, I just want to share that with you guys, just so you guys have an idea of what I do and where my video ideas come from. And, sometimes I'm just thinking of ideas like while in the car, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to write that down. I need my journal. And then I don't have my journal and I forget. And it's a real shame. Sometimes it's a real shame. So yeah. But yeah, that's just one of the ideas that I want to share with you, and give me some feedback on what you think of that, because I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, right now I'm just trying to shape up the actual clock face itself. So here's my plan for this, okay? My plan for the clock tower is to design one part of it, right? And then I'm going to copy it on the other side, because there's going to be two sides of this clock tower. It's going to have the front, and it's going to have the back. So you're going to have the back side and then the front side of the clock tower. It's not just going to be a one-sided clock tower. I think that would be kind of silly just to do one side, because most of the area will be back here. So to me, it makes sense to do the whole area like that. So that's what we're going to do. That's how it's going to be planned out. I think I really like the way the andesite is looking as like a border. That looks super, super sick. I think it's working out really well for us. So let's just see if we can get more of a shape. I'm just trying to figure out what is the shape that I want to use. I'm trying to use stairs here to just help me with doing that. Sometimes it gets a little bit skinny, as you can see here. That's a little bit too skinny. So we're going to go back to using just the full blocks, seeing how that looks. Maybe I'll go back to even putting the stairs in. Oh, maybe some, oh yeah, maybe some of those stairs on the outside. Maybe, what if we did that? Oh, hold on. What if we did that going around like that? Hold your horses. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen, because I think I found something that I want to do. I think I found something that I would like to do. I think that looks pretty cool. Unless I'm a little bit delusional tonight, because that could very much be the case. I think these blocks work so well together. Stone, brick, and andesite, polished andesite just works so well. I think it does. I think I've discovered something. Not really, but I think I have. Oh yeah, there's got to be a there on top of this. There we go. Okay, something like that. How's that bottom look? Yeah, I think I like that. All right, so I'm going to go and I'm going to work on this a little bit off camera. That way I can get a lot of progress done on it. And I'll come back to you once I got something going. All right, so I've done some more work on the King's Tower. But yeah, unfortunately, I do have to stop because I'm running out of time building this. But I got a lot of progress done. So I wanted to show you guys what I did so far. So I started to add in a lot of detail in the structure and trying to break up all this stone brick. You know, once I have the shape down, once I have the framework down, I go back in, I add cobblestone, andesite, and just start mixing in, adding depth where possible. So like up here, I started adding like these lighting fixtures. These aren't actually windows; they're like little pockets of where light can be. And I'll show you in a minute how it looks at nighttime. But yeah, these pillars, still got to detail this a lot more. You know, there's still a lot more stuff I got to do. But I was just mainly trying to focus on adding depth. So as you can see, just adding depth in here, and then also connecting this with the roof and making it look a little bit more finished. But if we stand back and take a look at it once more, as you can see, it kind of looks a little bit, it looks really good. I really like it. I think it matches up with the castle quite nicely and how the castle is going along so far. So let's turn up my render distance real quick. Let's go 16. That way we can get a full look at the castle and also King's Tower as well. So you can see it's fairly equal in comparison with the actual castle itself. So we go back over here to Lumberville. I'm gonna have to turn up my render distance just a little bit more, unfortunately. There we go. Let's just load in everything. So yeah, if we take a look at it from Lumberville, because this will be the main pathway in which you come in to the kingdom, you can see it's kind of, you can see the castle first, right? So if we're looking at where the castle is going to be in comparison with the clock tower is sort of hidden away behind the other towers and even these trees right here. So you can see that the castle is like the first thing that you see when you're coming down this pathway, and then it'll slowly start to be revealed as you get in more into the kingdom. So let's say if we go over here, and we go into the kingdom, then you will start to see the clock tower. Now, obviously, if you are by this tower over here, which you probably will see the clock tower way better. So let's take a look at it from over here. Yeah, so you can see it. But even then, even from this angle, the clock tower doesn't feel bigger than the castle. The castle still stands out more to me, which is good. I don't really want the clock tower to be the main focus of the castle. I mean, it's a nice big build and all, but I don't want it to be the main focus. So yeah, but I think it blends really well, is what I'm trying to say. If there's anything I'm trying to get across, is that I think the clock tower blends really nicely with our current castle and the way it looks. So yeah, definitely looking really cool. Absolutely loving this. I wanted to actually show you guys this at nighttime because I'm really trying to focus on lighting up the clock face. So I might have to add some lighting on the side. I've tucked in some lighting over here and just, you know, trying to make this a little bit better. So yeah, as you can see, just have to add a little bit of lighting on either side of this just to kind of free up the shadows. And we should have a pretty good clock tower. You know, these lighting fixtures I think are working really well to light up this side. Again, I'm going to have to do this going all the way down the clock tower, so just adding more detail as I go along. This side isn't done yet. But yeah, I think this is really coming along and really looking really, really nice. Again, another build that I am very pleased with in this kingdom. It's just, you know, I'm just building and it's just working out. And I love it. I guess that's what planning does. If you plan pretty good or pretty well, you'll turn out with something that's pretty nicely as well. Look at this view. Oh my gosh. Imagine with shaders on right now. Oh, I can't turn shaders on because I don't have it with Forge, unfortunately. But yeah, that looks awesome. That is so cool. I think that looks really nice. You guys let me know what you think so far. I'm going to try to work on King's Tower off camera in between episodes and try to work on all the kingdom and trying to get it going. No promises though, because I'm super busy. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode either way. And definitely let me know what you think of all the progress on the kingdom. And yeah, that's going to do it. As always, guys, don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you guys next time.